Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's Proverbs with Paul on this beautiful sunny afternoon in February. Oh, amazing. Proverbs chapter 6, and we're looking at 34. For jealousy enrages a man, and he will not have compassion on the day of vengeance. For jealousy enrages a man. Does jealousy enrage? Yes, it does. It takes us into a very highly toxic environment. Jealousy is really an attempt to cause a person to lose their sense of peace and reason. It's a form of madness, actually, because it makes you think irrationally. It makes you act inappropriately. And many have gone in a rage of jealousy and created all kinds of hardships for themselves and those that they've attacked. It's without compassion. It doesn't have the ability to be able to reason and evaluate in that moment, because the power of jealousy is an evil power, and it thrusts through the body and it wants to lash out and cause great harm to whoever is jealous regarding. And a man who is caught in the act of adultery, the jealous husband, jealous wife, that sense of vengeance and attack is going to be without compassion, Solomon says. You might wonder, why is it that God has given the whole issue of jealousy as an emotion within the human body? Well, because God jealously desires the reality of our spirits to worship him. James tells us that he longs for our spirit, jealously desires the spirit that he has made to live within us. God made us in order to share in the reality of his love, as well as enjoy the blessing of that love. When we give our lives, our hearts to other things other than God, we are making God, in effect, jealous of his desire for us. He doesn't run around in a fit of rage, but there's a sense in which we are breaking the heart of God when we disregard God from our lives. And those who disregard God from their lives will suffer the consequences of that disregard. Not only in this life, because living life without God seems to have very little meaning for me, but living eternity without God, well, where can we go? What can we do? God is spirit, and we are spirit in that heavenly place, in that place beyond the grave. Where can we go? And to not have a relationship with God in a spiritual context beyond death in eternity seems an awful, dark, dreary place to exist in. And there's no, I don't want to exist. I don't want to exist. I'm not going to exist. I'm going to take myself out of this. There'll be no taking yourself out of it, because there's nowhere else to go. Death is the end of this life. In that sense, we can end it, but only to go into that life, which is a spiritual reality for eternity. No, jealousy is in the heart of God, because God jealously desires to be with us, and to not have him in our lives. Very sad. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great afternoon. And I'll see you tomorrow.